Here's my tablespoon from the last mistake that I had. So I keep making more mistakes. I didn't want to use hot water after burning myself, which you can see it's starting to get better already. It's scabbed over. I don't know if a cashew flew out, squeezed out, and I just took the skin right off. It burned me. So I guess I won't. I'm trying to be creative this morning. I'm trying to tweak my diet so that I keep on losing. While I'm in the creative, tweaking, absorbing mode, I'm absorbing what Dr. Lisle had to say in his segment with Chef AJ on the truth about weight loss. If you didn't see it, it was really good. I've really been enjoying the tips that I've been getting from Dr. Lisle lately. They're making a lot of sense. They're at the, in Spanish we say the tapa. They're at the level that I'm needing right now to keep me trying to tweak and get the weight loss to keep going. Well, I had to look at what exactly it is that I'm consuming. Now this week, because of the accident that I had burning myself, there was that day I was stressed out, so I just drank like 3 of my cappuccinos, which means that my intake of maple syrup was higher. I don't know if that's, I tried to cut back on other things, like maybe that day I didn't have my oatmeal cereal, which I need oatmeal, but I was just trying to compensate for what I had overdone so that I wouldn't sabotage completely my weight loss in progress. I know that the weight fluctuates from day to day, and I have lost over 3 pounds already this week, but I'm just not wanting it to slow down. I'm kind of behind as far as my goal is for losing 10 pounds a month. It's already the 18th of February, so I'm wanting to catch up. I don't know if it's even possible to catch up. My body might catch up once I kind of figure out where it needs to be settling down. I'm getting awfully close to where I was weighing before when I lost the 58 pounds. So it was beginning to be more difficult to lose weight. I still think that I could lose another 30 pounds from today. I could lose another 30 pounds. I can have more coffee if I'd use this. But the thing is that I like to have maple syrup, or I like to have a little cashew. So what I'm going to do to try to tweak, to get 2 cups of coffee, and normally put 3 cashews in my drink for 1 cup of coffee. And I forgot to put this in. Yeah, it's one of those days. On a day like today, in the past, I would just stay home and kind of be recluse, which is hard because I'm a very type A personality. I'm super outgoing. Don't know a stranger if I don't want to, or if I don't, or the other side of me is very melancholy. It's a very funny personality to be sanguine melancholy, because there's those days when your sanguine drives your melancholy just crazy. The sanguine wants to be out and talking, and the melancholy wants to stay home. Very funny. As I get older, I realize maybe I don't feel as well, the less talkative, the less social that I am. And I'm always trying to reverse things naturally, because I'm all natural. I like things. I don't like pharmaceuticals at all. 3 cashews, 2 cups of water, 2 teaspoons of pero, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. I can live with that. Wow, that's good. We have to be able to live with what we're going to eat and drink. It does have to be pleasurable to us. It has to be something that we will enjoy. Otherwise, we're not going to stick with it, because if I drank that watered down flavorless coffee that I just tried, I wouldn't stick with it. But this I can. I'll go back to it. It's very, very good. It's delicious. I love maple syrup. I love maple syrup in my coffee. Good morning. Do you have a plan of action for if you hit a plateau? I'm not saying I've hit a plateau, but I don't want to hit a plateau, so I'm trying to have my plan of action going. I was thinking about what might I have done to slow down my weight loss this month, since I lost 11 pounds last month and it's to the 18th of this month and I've only lost a little over 3 pounds. So what is it that I'm doing that is slowing down my weight loss? One is that I added rice back into my diet. Rice is more calorie dense than potatoes. I think that I need to go back to just sticking with potatoes until, but you know, if I got 30 pounds to lose, there's going to be a time every once in a while that I'm going to want something different to eat. So it's going to happen. And then secondly, I have some physical things that I am having to put up with. One is that I don't sleep very well. So sometimes just physically, I don't feel like doing as much. And I'm having to fight up against my own nerves, and not knowing if I should go ahead and push myself through it, which I've tried doing that, and it just seems like it sets me back. I don't know if any of you out there have fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue. It really stinks. I'm trying to plan out and think ahead of what I'm going to do as far as my food. I want to stick with soups. I want to load up my Instant Pot with a lot of non-starchy vegetables, just as in the Chef AJ plan. She has us eating 2 pounds of non-starchy vegetables and eat them first. But I'm going to do 1 pot meal, so that's going to include my sweet potato, and I'm planning on putting 1 pound of sweet potatoes in my Instant Pot with my soup. So I'm going to make a big meal, and then I graze on it. I'm going to also add 1/4 cup of oats, so I'm still getting my oats, but then I can eliminate that tablespoon of maple syrup that I normally put in my oats to sweeten them up. And although I'm increasing the amount of coffee or coffee drink beverage that I drink to 2 cups, because this barley coffee substitute has no caffeine, I'm not going to increase the amount of cashews that I'm using. And if I need to, I will cut back to 1 cup of coffee and use only 1 cashew. So I'm decreasing the amount of cashews, decreasing the amount of fat, to see if that will help eliminate some of this problem. I do need to keep the seeds. I use 2 tablespoons of ground seeds. Chef AJ doesn't have those, but I need it. That's, you know, some others use pharmaceuticals for their hormones. I use the seeds to balance my hormones, so I have to have those seeds. I have cut back to 1 tablespoon before, but still, when I lost the 58 pounds, that's where I plateaued before. I just stayed right there. But when I started adding into my diet hot chocolate and added in another 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, I gained 5 pounds. And I would yo-yo the 5 pounds, whether I would drink the hot chocolate or not. When it's these cold months, I don't always just want tea. Well, I used to have a really good yummy tea in Tea Havana, but the store went out of business here, and so I can't get that delicious tea anymore. It was pretty scrumptious. Exercise. With the exercise, I believe I'm getting 30 minutes of exercise walking. Maybe I'm not walking fast enough. I don't know. I have a treadmill. I have a Concept 2 rower, and I have a stationary stand for my mountain bike. I would like to increase the level of intensity of my exercise, whether it be for short spurts. I think just that helps, just pulling really hard. Unfortunately, I have a problem with my neck, and it was recommended by a therapist not to do the Concept 2 right now. So maybe I can get on the bike, because the bike, if I sit up and I can at least pedal, or maybe I can use the treadmill. Whatever it is I need to do something more intense, whether it be just for 3 or 4 minutes, just little 3 or a minute spurt of just something more intense, to see if that'll kind of rev up things with my diet. I've also increased my water intake. The whole time that I lost 58 pounds, I only drank 1 quart of water. This time I've increased my water intake to 2 quarts of water. And yesterday I got to thinking maybe I need to increase my water level up to 3 quarts of water. I drank 11 glasses of water yesterday. I don't want to be washing out and flushing out all of my sodium, but because then that will make me feel tired too. So these are the things that I'm thinking in my head that I'm trying to tweak to see if I can make things work so that I am consistently losing 10 pounds a month, which is what we should be losing on average. I enjoyed very much listening to Dr. Lisle yesterday on the with Chef AJ in her summit, The Truth About Weight Loss. It was very good and insightful. He mentioned the 2 things that we need for weight loss and maintaining weight loss is water and fiber. So I'm thinking more about how can I keep that water, so which was, like I said, he said we need to eat hydrated starches. So that's what the soup will do for me, by keeping it in the soup. I've been appreciating a lot of the little tips that I've been hearing from Dr. Lisle lately. That's been very enjoyable. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a plan. Share with me what your plan of action is. Have a great and wonderful day. God bless you. Hi ladies, my name is Lori, and I will never diet again. Like and subscribe, please.